Both forward positions have evolved and become a little bit different.
You ever think, Kevin, about some of the great players in the 80s and 90s that had the skill set to do some of the things that we're asking of today's players?
Good point.
That might have been great. And I'm thinking like guys like Detlef Schrempf that were out there and doing things where people said, 6'11" guy getting away with that. Well, now every 6'11" guy is getting away with those skills.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Hayward out there with Tatum. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
The shot's good from Lopez.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
And finished off by Horford.
Just fundamental basketball. Horford really flushing it down there. Makes it look so easy, and big guys often do.
Irving against Bledsoe. Middleton for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Middleton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now let's find out what head coach Brad Stevens had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here is Irving. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Antetokounmpo against Tatum. Second chance shot. Middleton for 3, and Horford pulls it down. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Irving. Again, Irving missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
What improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league. Went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
And that one's good, Irving.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
Here's Irving. The rebound by the Bucks.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Now here's Brown. Passes to Horford. Good D by Lopez.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe, and the Bucks miss again.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo, the critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer, and with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee, and a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving. And Mike Budenholzer, the 2015 Coach of the Year. 4 titles, Brent, as an assistant in San Antonio. How do you like the fit for him now in Milwaukee?
Well, I think that the players are going to really enjoy the attention to detail that Coach Bud and his entire staff who are coming with him will put into place. There's an efficiency with which they'll get the work done, and they're going to have to be thinking on their feet, learning a new offense and some things fundamentally on defense that he'll get them excited about.
DiVincenzo. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Pass to Baines. Back to Smart. Out to Hayward. Plenty of space. The offensive rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been
The worst I've ever heard was my...
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench, that's been the difference here so far.
Well, a good coach always optimizes his rotation, and in the first quarter, he did a great job of that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play on the court for the Bucks. Up front, you have Ilyasova and Henson. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Connaughton in at the 3.
And Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
Fast break, Milwaukee, the 3. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Connaughton.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
The pass to Brogdon. Back to Ilyasova. No good from outside. Knocked loose. Celtics leading by 8. Outside, Smart. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have them. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Celtics. 6-point game. Out to Morris. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Bledsoe looking it over. In the corner, Snell with it. Launches it. Morris with the rebound. Boston leading by 9. Left side, Brown. Pushing their lead to double digits. Irving's got 8 points.
Yeah, that's one of the more dangerous shots. The form, the quick release, everything for Kyrie in sync.
Here's Middleton. Rebound, Boston.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. You're not going to miss those all that often. Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
That one wide left. And here's Boston. They're on a 16-7 run. Irving misses.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
And that one, good. He has 7.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
Pass to Tatum. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
Irving with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Morris outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Snell kicks to Bledsoe. Middleton outside. A three-pointer, no good. Celtics leading by 10. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Celtics also with a sub. Marcus Smart's checked in for Marcus Morris. They double him with Middleton. Down low. And it's Brown that time on the assist from Smart. Brown's got the lead up to 12 now for the Celtics. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
It's good.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And that does it. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They were in the driver's seat once we got into the second quarter. Their lead is now 8 here at the half, and they've got all the momentum on their side. Taking a look at the Celtics. And that'll do it.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
On the floor for Boston. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Horford is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Irving at the point guard.
Great quickness on the pull-up from Middleton, cashing in on that opportunity. Well, Chris Middleton is such a versatile scorer, and because he has the ability to put the ball down on the floor, sometimes defenders are not as willing to close out to him, but last year was in the 74th percentile in spot-up jump shots. He can be devastating from there.
Here's Tatum. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And And Middleton can hurt you from anywhere. But his mid-range game, Brent, his mid-range game stands out.
Yeah, people don't really realize how effective Chris has been from the mid-range. He's up there with Kevin Durant statistically in some of the numbers. And the fact that he's got that long frame, any switchable defender that's smaller than him gives him the immediate advantage.
Now here's Irving. He's got 10. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Hayward's got 10.
And Horford really showing off his slick passing with that dime.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Tony Snell. And the Celtics also making a change. Rozier's checked in. And the big men who compete against Horford have nothing but respect for him, Greg.
Well, it is why he's been selected as an all-star by his peers and why guys like Embiid admire his game. I mean, Horford does all the small things on the floor you need as a big man. He's so humble. He just goes about his game and makes his team better in every facet.
And the basket by Rozier.
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Boston leading by 9, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's foul number 2 for him. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tatum. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Antetokounmpo up top. He's got 17. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Hayward. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
Here's Irving. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Some changes for Boston. Morris is checked in for Aaron Baines, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Irving. Rozier kicks to Morris from the high post. The putback. Here's Horford, and Henson sends it back.
Well, he's a great shot blocker. Henson still trying to bring the rest of his game up to that level. Love to see it when he pulls up from the outside. A big guy with tremendous range is a prized commodity in today's NBA.
Now, here's Rozier. He has 5. Here's Brogdon. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Brogdon's got his first points of the game.
6'10" wingspan of Brogdon. That's a big, big help, especially when he's going after some of those steals.
59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Brogdon against Rozier. Morris outside. Uncovered. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Bucks trail by 10. Takes the 3. He can't get it to go.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Henson. And Tony Snell subbed in for Ilyasova. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics.
The size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Smart deciding where to go with it. He kicks to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 9.
And I like the fact that Tatum has not abandoned the inside game. Solid at finding space around the rim to score.
And so it's the Boston Celtics ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Celtics leading by 9. They've got Brook Lopez, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Tony Snell, and it's Connaughton in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. Here's Brogdon. The 3 buries the long-range jumper.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Irving attacking, unloads from 13. And the bank shot is good.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, it's one of those nights where if a team down the stretch can get 1 or 2 stops, they may win it.
Timeout call, the Bucks.
Malcolm Brogdon, a 2nd-round pick. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2017. And maybe we shouldn't have been surprised at all. In Virginia, he was the ACC Player of the Year and the ACC Offensive Player of the Year. Solid foundation coming into the league.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
Well, Brogdon, only the 4th player in NBA history, Brent, to shoot over 40% from long range in his first season in the league.
Well, he adapted pretty quickly to the step back and longer distance of the NBA three-point line. He was also smart enough to be selective with it. Had a tremendous year.
Snell kicks to Antetokounmpo. For 3, Brogdon. It's hauled in by Brown.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Smart misses.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Antetokounmpo passes to Connaughton, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th assist in this one. Irving against Brogdon. Irving can't hit. Bucks trail by 7. Pass to Connaughton. 3-pointer. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Celtics making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Brown outside. Hayward looking around. Goes up at the stripe. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Snell, fended by Hayward. Lopez kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lopez. And stolen by Tatum. In a fast break now for the Celtics. Irving's got the ball. The shot will not fall. The Bucks go the other way with it. And it's Lopez penetrating. Rocked in the pass to Connaughton. Count that one. Connaughton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're up by 5. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Well, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Here's Irving. The teardrop falls in. Irving's got 21.
Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Boston leading by 5. Here's Brown. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's good for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 13 points in the second half.
It just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player.
And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Now just a 1-point Celtic lead. We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. To the paint. Here's Tatum. And the shot is long. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
It's deflected. At the top of the key, Hayward. It's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too. Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Puts it up from 12. Irving misses. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks.
And there's no excuse for allowing Brown to get that deep. He's just brilliant at jamming it down the defense's throat. A big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 2. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
I really like when you run plays that have options. Get to either one and take the best shot available.
There's the lob to Brown. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Well, the leadership that Bledsoe keeps stepping further and further into, this is a guy you can count on to take and make big shots. And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
And how about the poise from Kyrie Irving? These are the moments he lives for.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Here's Snell, defended by Hayward. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes!
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
A deep 3 from Irving. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Congrats, Brooke, on the win. You guys were down, but you were able to overcome it. What does that say about your team?
You know, I think it shows our poise. You know, we responded. You know, I think we were really at our highest urgency level, and we came together as a team, and this time we held our lead in the end.
Well, maybe you'll continue to develop that killer instinct during the rest of the season. Thanks, Brooke. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.